Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm meteorologist Autumn Lewandowski. We have Josh Nichols over here as well. We're both remote at the moment, but I'll be in shortly. It has been a muggy day. That's why the hair is back. How you doing, Josh?
Yeah, I'm good, Autumn. It's definitely on the sticky side out there. Our friends Icky and Sticky took the express into town, and they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere.
Oh no, we got to get really used to icky and sticky, that's for sure. Even across Western New York, downtown, they've been dealing with rounds of showers too, and everyone has high humidity at this point. It's 76 degrees at the Buffalo Airport. The southwest winds are there, a little bit of a light breeze, but the dew points close to the 70-degree mark just do not feel good right now. So hopefully you have the air conditioner going right now. I don't have that going in the house. I had the windows open from early this morning, and now that we're doing some things on air, I feel maybe they should be on so I don't feel as warm. But the time lapse from today showed some rounds of showers that have come through downtown Buffalo from about 11 till now. There have been a few rounds moving in, and we've dealt with some heavier rain, thunderstorms, in fact, especially across the southern tier. As you were talking, Josh, about icky and sticky, here
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
it. Humid to very humid conditions for the remainder of today. Tonight doesn't get any relief. Tomorrow, there's no relief. And then you hit the weekend and there's none there either. And this lasts all the way through Monday before things kind of cool down and get rid of the humidity factor as well. But it's still quite warm, even though we've had rain out there.
Yeah, it's definitely on the soupy side, and whenever that dew point temperature gets into that level of right around 70, we were talking about Florida type humidity,
Oof,
and
yeah.
it's you can cut the air with a knife. It's like soup, and you feel like you're swimming in the atmosphere, and we're gonna keep this around for a little while, and you combine that with temperatures into the even low 80s as we see here, 81 in Attica, 81 Niagara Falls, 84 Middleport, and it feels warmer. That's the heat index, the combination of the temperature and the humidity all put together. And it's a little bit better down towards the waterfront. Buffalo, you're at 76, but that lake water's at 74 degrees. So it's just like taking a fan and blowing it in a steam room for all
Hmm.
intents and purposes. 78 in Jamestown right now. You notice down around Allegheny and Limestone, we're hovering right around 70 degrees, 76 Belfast, 74 Bradford. And down in McKean County, this is where we have had some thunderstorms coming on through. And the same was true earlier around Potter County. And so those are showing up nicely here on radar. There's been a good amount of lightning with these as well in some cases. Right now, the area here in Buffalo, most of the showers over southern Erie County, and it's actually some good garden variety type rain that's coming down that the ground still needs. We're still in abnormally
Right.
dry conditions, and we still have that moderate drought technically just updated. Now we want to show you here on Doppler, as Autumn has just zoomed in here very nicely on the cell that's over Kane. That is a strong thunderstorm with lightning, and it is tracking off to the northeast through McKean County, and it's moving at a pretty good clip, about 25 miles per hour. The probability with this particular cell that it has at least some hail is on the higher end, and I wouldn't be shocked if we had hail that's about a half inch in diameter. Again, it's moving right along. You want to stand by in Griffiths and Lance Corners within the next, I'd say, 20 minutes. Freeman, Lafayette, Ritterville, uh, right around 3:30 as that comes on through. And that's some of the rain that's now coming down to here around Wyoming County. It's generally light to moderate. And again, like I like to call it, garden variety type rainfall, non-severe, and again, very good for the groundwater tables, the farm fields, the gardens, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, we've had at least, we always want to get some thunderstorm activity that rolls through relatively quickly with heavier downpours, but those garden variety light showers, we want to kind of keep them around to let it saturate into the ground, help out with the drought. But there have been so many, over 1,000 something lightning strikes through not only New York State, but into Pennsylvania as well, a portion of Ohio. So this is an air mass that can really thrive with thunderstorm activity right now. And we're not going to get rid of the heat all too much as those thunderstorms move through. Now, it will cool down briefly as the rain comes in, but then we're going to really stay in this very soupy air mass, very warm air mass as temperatures remain right near the 80-degree mark. We'll still have some scattered showers and even some thunderstorms as we head into the evening and the overnight. Sometimes we can get some relief there, but we're still going to stay quite warm for the night tonight. We're only dropping to around 70 degrees. And then for our hourly forecast tomorrow, we're right back in the 80s. The humidity is high yet again, and we'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now, with this hourly forecast, looks like it's going to rain all day. That's not really going to be the case. The icons that show a little bit of sunshine as well will bring a lot of dry time to areas near Buffalo, where the southern tier will end up picking up a better shot of rain, and even across the Niagara frontier. So we'll kind of take you through this hour by hour forecasting and show you what's ahead into the upcoming weekend, because we're not going to be dry all the time, but we're also not going to be wet all the time.
No washouts. No washouts. Right.
That's right. So let's kind of move this through time for the remainder of the afternoon. I'm going to look down a little bit as I push this on. Across southern Ontario, there'll be a thunderstorm activity, and then yet again into Potter and McKean County. Some of those areas, Potter County has been within a more substantial drought than some of Western New York. So they definitely need the rain. Of course, we don't want it to be in huge, heavy downpours. However, as that moves a little further east, it starts to dwindle out. Then by Friday, we're going to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms as we gain the heat of the day. You get outside of that lake breeze that ends up keeping Buffalo primarily dry. You'll have these scattered showers and thunderstorms south and east of Buffalo, and also north of Buffalo into our day on Friday. And then we lose the heat of the day. We lose the shot for the rain. And then yet again, this is going to happen for our Saturday afternoon. So not a huge day where we'll have constant rain, but there'll be hit and miss showers and thunderstorms. And that's something where you want 7 Super Doppler with you, because you can take a look at where these storms are, if they're approaching where you are, if you just kind of clipped into it and then it's, on its way. So our app is always something handy to have. And of course, we join you there as well.
And Josh, I like to call this. Sorry to interrupt you, Autumn. I like to call this a wash, rinse, and repeat pattern. It's you put the shampoo in, and then you wash it out, rinse it out, and then do it all over again. And that's how these days are going in this kind of pattern: wash, rinse, repeat. You get the heating of the day, atmosphere destabilizes, pop goes the shower, thunder shower, sun goes down, everything just kind of wanes, and then we do it all over again.
Yeah, nothing's changing until we finally get a cold front that will push it all through. And until that happens, you just get the same thing that will happen day in and day out. And this hour by hour, this is another model that shows a little bit more of I'll call it a blooming situation going into Friday morning along the Niagara frontier and along the Lake Ontario shoreline. So this is one that we'll continue to watch as well. Not as robust as it may look here, but the potential will still be there early on Friday morning. And then again, this lines up really well with the other one that we just showed you, that it's south and east of Buffalo into our afternoon for our Friday. And then once the heat of the day goes away, that chance for shower and thunderstorm activity will exit across Western New York as well. So that 7-day forecast, we had Mary Beth Roble in at the noon, and she has updated this for us going into tonight. And of course, all of our afternoon models are just coming out. So we'll look at those and talk a little bit more about it. But Josh, the heat's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere, right? And again, just to reemphasize, Autumn, what you said, even though we're looking at the 7-day here and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons with a shower or a thunderstorm in it, by no stretch of the imagination does that mean washouts here at all. Although by Tuesday, with the approach of that more potent cold front, we'll call it, that's when I do think we might get in on maybe a couple of hours, a few hours of steadier rain. That's a possibility as the front plows into this very juicy atmosphere. And then once it moves away, the dew point temperatures come crashing down. And boy, we could easily see low temperatures, especially into the southern tier by Wednesday and Thursday morning, deep down into the 50s. And with that sunshine and dry air, it's going to be oh so comfortable. But tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, not only do we have the icky and sticky, but we also have that 90-degree potential as well. It's interesting. Parts of the area, people have been saying to me, "Hey, when is this heat wave going to end?" And of course, you need 3 days of 90 or more, all strung together in a row, to qualify for a heat wave. We've just had a lot of days in the upper 80s, maybe a 90 here and there, and a lot of days with higher humidity. And you're going to notice that spike in the temperature over the weekend with the humidity that's in place right now. And again, the afternoon convection, the possibility of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm.
Right. It's the humidity that's not going anywhere. You factor in the 80s with high humidity, it's going to feel like it's 95 no matter where you are or what you're doing. And this continues all weekend long. So I know there's so many things that are happening. There's the Eden Corn Festival, there's the Niagara County Fair, there's the Cattaraugus County Fair. I know there's Touch a Truck. I mean, the list goes on and on. That keeps us outdoors, but take a lot of breaks, drink plenty of fluids, because you may think you're tough, and then you're trying to eat an ear of corn, and then you don't feel so good for being out in that heat and humidity for too long. So
right.
And
we
just
should
keep
also
that in mind.
remember our pets too. We don't want to
Right.
forget our pets in this kind of pattern. One of my colleagues in the industry puts it perfectly: friends don't leave friends in hot cars. And
Right.
you wouldn't leave a human being locked up in a car when it's 90 degrees outside. You don't do that to any animal at all whatsoever at any time.
No, and I mean, it could just get so hot so quickly, so unbearable, so fast. So it's just best never to do that. And just want to touch on the weekend yet again. Just because the icon has a thunderstorm in there doesn't mean that you'll end up getting one, especially for areas that are kind of near Buffalo and surrounded by that lake breeze. More inland, more south and east, will have that potential as a better threat. And then, as Josh mentioned, as that frontal system comes in, we go from being above average and kind of having, what people would call a heat wave in place, to being below average, going in the low 70s. I mean, when we get into the 50s and you get that River Valley fog in the mornings into next week, that's going to put a fall touch in the air. I think people will start getting excited for it, but then they'll also want the heat back too.
And the long range, it's very interesting when we look at the data, the past data. If we look at the temperatures for June and July, and we kind of all put it all together, so far for the summer, statistically pretty close to normal.
Right.
Shaved by maybe half a degree either way. So really, it's kind of like Mother Nature has put together quite the cake for summer. Equal parts cool, equal parts kind of warm, mixed it all together in between. I don't know what flavor it is, but either way, that's the way it's gone so far. And once we get beyond this little cool phase, there's another warm up that comes up. So if you like it cool, some like it hot, some don't.
We got it for everybody.
That's it.
That's how it's been rolling all summer long. We get kind of these big pushes of heat, and then the cold front comes through, snaps us back to normal or even below. And it has a little touch of everything for everybody at some point. Not everyone's happy all the time, but as a whole, just like the temperatures, you're pretty on average or pretty normal by the end of it. So enjoy the heat over the next couple of days, find ways to cool down, and then we'll be cooler next week, and you can enjoy that as well.
We're not quite to apple picking yet, but we're almost there.
Oh, we're getting close. So we're going to put the finishing touches on the forecast for this afternoon, and Mary Beth and I will join you for 5, 6, 7, 11. Josh is at home. if you're on social media and digital and Facebook and Twitter and all that, he's kind of manning us from back there. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in a little bit.
See you next time.